Hello everyone, this is Dr. Greg again with another video on the multifidus muscle. I want to continue on this with a little while longer, and then I'm going to wrap up this series with just some simple little exercises which I've given before, but I just want to review them so that you understand why they're so effective. So the multifidus muscle, researchers point to the fact that that might be the source of our back pain. It's not arthritis, it's not disc, it's really the multifidus muscle. Just by the amount of people that have no back pain and they have worse arthritis and worse disc lesions than people with back pain. They've also discovered that with individuals with chronic back pain have atrophied or weakened multifidus muscles. That's the correlation that they're coming at. And research, of course, is changing all the time. This may be completely different in another year or two, but this is what they have now. And it sort of makes sense in why chiropractic therapy is so effective for low back pain because of, I told you before, the fast stretch. The stretch of the multifidus muscle actually makes it stronger. Now that can be correlated to other muscles as well. Fast stretch to other muscles actually make not so much that the muscle is stronger, but the connection between the brain and the muscle stronger. So just as so we understand what all these things do, we have other muscles in our backs, in our necks, that function to move our head, move our back, move our torso. So when you bend forward, right, when I'm bending forward like this to pick something up or whatever, a whole series of things have to happen in order for that to go smoothly. First off, you have to have contraction of your stomach muscles. You have to have a relaxation of your back muscles. And then, in order to stabilize everything, your multifidus muscles need to be activated. So that's just three things that have to occur in order for you not to hurt yourself. And it's much more complicated than that, but that's just three things. So when I bend forward, my stomach muscles contract, my back muscles relax, and my multifidus muscles control the contract so that they support the spine. Because that position puts your spine in a disadvantageous position, okay? It's a little more stressful for your spine to be there, so your multifidus muscles have to contract to support them. Now, here's what's fascinating is that that's all coordinated by your brain. So you see that the connection between your brain and your muscles in your body are very important for so you don't hurt yourself, basically. And those centers are found in what we call the cerebellum, which is the little brain, and I'll just show you right here. This is, of course, a brain, right? This is the front, this is the back. The cerebellum is found right down here, right next to the brainstem. Now, one of the theories or corollaries or whatever you want to call physiological facts about the brain is that when things are next to when nerves are next to each other, they kind of work together. So the cerebellum and the brainstem have to work together in order for you to properly bend forward without hurting yourself. Now, you've heard the story, well, geez, doc, all I did was bend over and picked up a pen and my back went out. Well, it wasn't the weight of the pen. It was the action of bending forward, and your nerves were not coordinated enough to be able to properly contract the muscles at the right time to bend forward. I mean, bending forward, the muscle like contracts, and immediately a muscle relaxes, and immediately your multifidus muscles contract to support your spine. So you see how important the brain and the brainstem and the cerebellum are in terms of controlling your body's movement so that you don't hurt yourself. Now, in future videos, I'm going to go through some simple exercises for this. What I want to do is just give you sort of the basic thing that you could do without knowing exactly what your problem is. So giving you the basic exercise, which could be 3 to 4 at the very most, that can actually help maintain or give that connection of your brain to your muscles so that you don't hurt yourself. Now, that is not what I typically do here. My whole therapy in this office is targeted. In other words, every individual presents themselves differently. The fascinating thing about our nervous system, if it's not working, it doesn't work the same in everybody. So if you have an issue, let's say you have headaches, number one, I have headaches, and you take 10 people with headaches, there could be 10 different reasons why they have the headache. I mean, that's how complicated this is and how much effort it takes to understand. And the understanding is through eye movements, through reactions, through body movements and stuff like that that you sort of put together, because we know what parts of the brain run what certain parts of the body. So I know that the PMRF is part of what runs the multifidus muscles and muscle tone and muscle integrity, right? And I know that the front part of my body is run by a certain part of the brain and the back part of my body is run by a certain part of the brain. And they have to be in balance. Everything has to be in balance to properly function without hurting your body. Every movement, my arm movement is run by my brain without me even thinking about it. I could do this and I don't have to sweat it. All I have to do is reach and pick something up. I'm not going to hurt myself. I'm not going to make my joint go crazy. When your joint hurts or when you hurt something and you say, how did that happen? I didn't do anything. That usually means that there's a disconnection between how your brain works and how your muscles contract to be able to move a certain way. So look for more videos. I'm going to continue on this path for a few more videos so that we can wrap it up with some exercises and things that you can do to help maintain your neuro connection with your muscles so that they function normally, so that you don't hurt yourself. That's all I have for you today, and this is Dr. Greg, changing the way we look at health.